Your boys are back. It's time. It's time. It's time for In This Very Ring. Let's go.
Let's go. This ain't the fight night. Oh, this game can heat stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Good evening, A2D Radio, and welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring, right here, live on A2D Radio.
I'm so glad I had my headset turned down.
I am your commissioner. I am the one, the only. I'm Ritz, and joining me is the mayor from Toasty Town himself, the one they call Butters. Butters, what is going on, man? How are you? It's been 2 weeks since the fam has seen you. What's new in your world?
How many?
Two.
It's been doing good. It's been good. Busy holiday for Easter, but other than that, it has been a good 2 weeks.
Absolutely. We here at In This Very Ring are brought to you every single week by Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. He's our doc, make him yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal. He's got 2 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or check him out on the web right there at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Our topic of conversation, today's an AEW show, so strap in, settle down. We did WWE for the last several weeks with WrestleMania coming up, and next week we have our WrestleMania Backlash preview show. So we felt the need to share some love with AEW. So tonight, BetUS, they are the leading online sports book. They've been in the market for over 25 years. You can bet on anything, anywhere in the U.S. Use that link right there. It's pinned in all our comment sections across YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If there's a spot where there's comments, that link is pinned there. It gets you 125% sign-up bonus. And we are going to talk about the moment this past Wednesday night when AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page confronted CM Punk on top of the ramp following CM Punk's match with Dustin Rhodes. So our topic, CM Punk will challenge for the AEW World title at Double or Nothing. Lay it on me. Agree, disagree. Let's go.
I think so. I think we're leading up to Punk challenging for the world title, at least at Double for Nothing, because Punk's been on this. He's been on a win streak. He's been wanting to face some of the best to prove why he's the next in line for that title shot. So wholeheartedly, 100%, CM Punk is going for that title. Whether he wins it or not, totally different story.
Well, so let's lay out how it all plays out, okay? Let's break it all down, right? Punk, Dustin Rhodes, they have that match on Dynamite. They kick off the show, and it's phenomenal, and we'll really dive deep into the match in just a little bit. But Punk hits the go to sleep. Rhodes escape. Punk gets Rhodes' shoulders on the ground. There's a 1, 2, 3, and after Rhodes shows his respect to Punk, they hug, shake hands, and then Adam Page, Punk makes a gesture for the title, and then Hangman Adam Page shows up on the ring apron, not the ring apron, the ramp. They stare down, and Punk heads back to the backstage area as Hangman holds up the title. So Punk's been talking over the last few weeks how he wants the title, he wants the championship. It'll be his first championship match in over 8 years, right?
Damn.
Think about it. 7 years away from professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that last year he was there, I don't think he fought for the title.
I don't think so either. I think he's just been in random miscellaneous feuds, really.
I know what they call him. Major feud was against The Undertaker that I remember.
Right before he left, yeah. I think it was Undertaker was his last major one, and then Royal Rumble.
I think he missed all of the Yes Movement.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Frank Vespi chiming in saying, hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. Did you say AEW? Why, yes, Frank. Yes, we did. And you guys can check Frank out every Wednesday night on AEW Wednesday night. Big show coming up for them with the draft on the horizon. The Sixers going to Game 5. Lots to talk about this coming week. And he says he agrees to the poll. And I'll add to it. I think Punk wins at Double or Nothing. While I did like the payoff that Paige got with the title at Full Gear, I'm not impressed with Paige as the champion. I will say it. I will go to the top of the mountain. I will stand there, and I will say it as, don't ever do that again. That sucked for my ears.
What happened?
You hit your microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, that was horrendous. I will climb to the tallest mountain. I will stand at the highest peak. Damn it, I will climb to the top of Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle, and I will shout from the heavens that Hangman Adam Page's title reign has been the most lackluster thing I have ever experienced. And I have sat through Jinder Mahal's title reign. I have sat through the Iconics as tag team champions. I have sat through the 24/7 title. I've sat through a lot of crap. Okay? But this title defense has been, like, for most people, and let's take this a step further. Okay? We go one step further with it. Look at all the previous champions. Jericho, Kenny Omega, Moxley. You didn't see them every week. But when they did show up, it was impactful. It didn't matter. They typically wrestled in some capacity, right? They closed out the show. They did something that made you go, oh my God, I want to watch it next week. Right? Hangman Adam Page doesn't wrestle for wins a title and doesn't wrestle for something like 6 weeks. So you bring the guy back, great. He wins the title shot, awesome. He wrestles it at Full Gear, wins the title, and everybody is happy. The heavens opened up and they sang down in angelic voices that Hangman Adam Page got his redemption story over the cleaner Kenny Omega. And then nothing. And then absolutely nothing. And tell me what he's done with this title reign.
Had some pretty decent matches.
But
other than that, I wouldn't really say he's done much.
He went the distance with Daniel Bryan, right? He
Multiple
went the
matches.
distance with Adam Cole, right? But both of those matches ended in a draw. So you did nothing, kid.
Yeah.
For the title, you did nothing. Right? Are you a great wrestler? Absolutely. Did you put on what could arguably set some of the greatest matches in the last 12 months? Yes. I won't deny it, and nobody in this chat will either. But my God, what are we doing?
Nothing.
And that's the problem. We're not doing anything. Everybody wants to jump on the high horse, and they want to bitch, moan, and complain about Vince McMahon doesn't do this. Vince McMahon doesn't do that. Vince McMahon books these people properly. What? Nobody's talking about Adam Page.
Nope.
No one's talking about the fact that, and Tony Khan came out and said it himself, the big bastard Singh or whatever his name is. How we messed up that.
Oh, the debut after Samoa Joe?
Yeah, that debut. Talk about dropping the proverbial ball.
Well, I mean, that's because AEW is a lot of these people's baby. They're babying it to nurture it into something. Like, bro, if you're gonna criticize, if you're gonna criticize something, criticize all of it. Don't just go pick and choose because it's AEW, it's the new hotness. We love the new hotness. Let's shit on the old, the old and busted, like we've been doing for 20 odd years. Stop. Just fucking stop. If you're gonna criticize one, criticize them all. Don't just nitpick what you think is right. Nitpick it all. Don't just pick and fucking choose.
And it's not even the nitpick. It's not even the pick and choose. It's just the simple fact of AEW's been here. They've been hanging out. They've been they've been on the scene. Check your phone. They've been on the scene and everything like that. But we're still treating them like they're in the honeymoon phase.
Oh, I know.
And I don't get it because they've done it all. They've gone above and beyond and have impressed and shown out. And we've been on this program numerous times, and we have said that AEW has been the superior company in this particular moment, in this particular time, in this particular whatever.
Yeah.
Much better. And now, when they're making mistakes, nobody where's my riot? Where's the pitchforks? Where's the torch whiz? Right? Where's my angry mob?
Nobody wants to call it out. Yeah, it's AEW. That's, like I said, it's the new hotness, so nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to be the mean. They don't want to be mean.
Vince McMahon wants to wrestle at WrestleMania, and you thought the bloody world was coming to an end.
They act like it's the first time Vince McMahon's ever wrestled.
And aside from messing up a stunner, what did he do wrong?
Nothing.
That fit the story, didn't it?
Yep.
But yet, that aside from a great WrestleMania, that's our takeaway. Vince McMahon got in the ring and he wrestled. I quit.
It was a great ending to the Stone Cold story by having Vince wrestle and get stunned at the end.
Yeah. Hey, Don, what's going on, buddy?
What up, Don?
Jake Frio from HUD Fan Friday. What's up, fellas? I'm going to agree to the poll on this one.
Okay.
Frank goes on to say, Page had some great matches as champion. I'm not fully sold on him as the guy. And neither am I. And I get it. It's an experimental phase, right? You never know until you try. I get that. I'm okay with that.
We're what? This is the 4th year in?
No, we're talking about Adam Page as champion.
No. I'm just saying in general for AEW. We're what, 4 years in?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pete Evans from Birds of a Feather every Thursday night. He agrees to the poll.
It's time. It's time to just cut the umbilical cord, pop it out the mouth, and just, start the criticism. Start, actually, trying to get the product a little bit better than what it is.
And I won't say that they've become stagnant, right?
No, I ain't saying that yet.
And I love the system that they have. I love how they do things. There's a lot that I love about AEW. I don't give them the proper time of day half the time, just because it's a lot of damn wrestling to watch in the course of a week. And honest to God is. But I think they do some stuff where I'm like, I want to look at that. I want to see that. Tell me more. Frank, and I want to take this comment from Frank, and I want to expand on it a little bit more. Frank says, you have to do Punk Page main event at Double or Nothing. This is one of these matches you cannot overbook. What are the odds that they try to send this match to a draw again?
Do you know how much? You know what? I would say it. I would say they would get a bunch of shit for it because of all the draws they go to, but fuck it.
No, because here's the problem. Every time you have a match in AEW that goes to a draw, everybody stands up, they hold arms, and they sing, greatest of all time.
That's why I said, you know what? Fuck it. I can't even say, throw out the pitchforks because they won't fucking do it.
And don't get me wrong.
Because
right?
that's the thing, though, about these first-time fucking matches, like with Bryan and Page and Cole and Page and everything. It always goes to a fucking draw every time, the first match.
I am perfectly okay if you want to say this is a 60-minute match. It's not an Iron Man match. It's a 60-minute match. They're going to go the distance. Great. I will happily watch a 60-minute match as long as you're entertaining me. right? Which typically those matches are very entertaining because you're trusting two guys to go essentially 25% of your show.
Yeah.
On a pay-per-view. But it's almost like we always laugh how in WWE, if you're in your hometown, you're losing.
Yep.
Or if it's your last night, you're always going out on your back or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, this is one of those things to where if it's the first time these two guys are meeting in a high-profile match, more time than not, it's going to go to a draw.
Yep.
Which
That's
in my
the
head,
AEW way.
In my head, it really jacks with this whole ranking system that they have. Right? Like, you have wins and losses matter. Cool. But that draw column should matter too. But you never really hear anybody talk about it.
Nope.
And if they do, they reference back to what a great match that was. Well, that's great, but he couldn't get the job done. He didn't beat him.
Back of the line.
Right? Now, that being said, the other guy didn't beat him either, but you didn't beat him.
That's my thing though.
So now,
you talk about wins and losses mattering. You go to a draw, and like you said, you didn't win, so that automatically should mean back of the line, next person up.
Hold on. I'm gonna expand on that more. Right? So now you've got, we'll call it second place right here. Right? Mm-hmm. First place is the champion. Second place is the number one contender. Cool. So second place goes X, and X, Y, and Z. Right?
Mm-hmm.
11, 3, and 1.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is, I don't know, insert proper sports analogy here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because this guy's played more games, it doesn't seem fair to me that they get to stay in the number 1 spot. And I can't get you the analogy, right? Because I don't get it, right? Sports isn't my thing.
Yeah.
I've established that here.
Several times.
Multiple times.
Every show.
More than likely. But you're not getting, everybody can make their own assumptions on what I'm saying here. But you shouldn't be able to come out on Dynamite or Rampage or the next show, whatever that may be, and say, I'm now a contender for the title. No, you're not. You had your shot. Kick rocks and flip-flops, and don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Otherwise, you're starting to look like WWE at this point.
Right. I have no problem with CM Punk dropping. You don't even have to drop all the way to the bottom, right? I don't say that, but you go down a notch. You go down 2 notches. Wherever you fall in the ranking system.
Because really and truly, a draw should hurt you just as bad as a loss, really.
And if I'm wrong, somebody in the sports world tell me I'm wrong. I will happily eat crow. I've done it before. Not as much as you do, though. Not as much as you do. I'm pretty sure you're on like a crow diet.
Probably. I mean, you wouldn't know it with this gut, but...
No, that's true.
But, I feel like a draw... I play card games, okay?
No, you don't say.
So, to me...
Where do you work on Saturdays?
Card the Comics Connection. Doo-doo.
Exactly.
A draw potentially hurts you just as much as losing. Not as much, not as bad, but it still hurts you pretty good. Because that draw could be the instance of 1 notch, 2 notch, or 3 notches. So,
right,
you're still getting knocked down. You don't get first place because you just drew.
I get up again. Sorry.
I love me some good tub thumping.
But he in my head, right? This isn't it's not like a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, any of those games where you fight your way to the top, and then if you lose, you go all the way back down to the bottom. No, that's not how this works in my head.
No,
right? You fall a little bit, right, and then you got to work your way back up, but you got to keep these other guys at bay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go to Milakovic's comment. He agrees to the poll. You can find Greg Milakovic every Wednesday on HD Wednesday night and every Sunday on Agree to Disagree. He goes, does it have anything to do with WWE's product being somewhat stale right now that they don't have to stretch themselves to get views? He adds, I can't stand WWE or at least SmackDown right now, borderline unwatchable. I'm going to take this two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
In the one avenue, I completely agree with Greg. Right? WWE, and this happens every time right after WrestleMania. You know, we see it after SummerSlam, after Survivor Series, and even a little bit after the Rumble. Those first couple weeks afterwards, you're like, ooh, this is tough. Why am I watching this?
Yeah.
You know, those first couple shows or whatever have you, they're trying to find their niche again, and that's okay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree in his statement that SmackDown's borderline unwatchable. And we said it a few weeks ago when we were talking about them unifying the titles. Which they unified it. I just want everybody at home to understand that they unified the titles. Damn unification match.
They are you sure they unified? Are you sure it just wasn't a championship winner take all match?
Done with him. What's comical is he doesn't realize I just hit solo view, so he can still talk. Yeah. But we talked about it then. They ran the risk of things feeling stale without having two titles to go off of. Roman, to his credit, has to work both shows.
Yeah.
But here's what I love. What happened Monday night on Raw? That closed out the show.
Oh God. The hell was it?
Here, let me help you. Austin Theory is the new U.S. champion.
Yes.
What did I say was going to have to start happening on these shows?
The mid-card titles are going to have to be the top tier show.
Yep.
Titles.
What happened on SmackDown? What's going to happen next week on SmackDown?
Ricochet versus Shanky.
Yeah. Now,
Shanky
it didn't close the show because for some reason you have the Drew McIntyre thing. I mean, Ricochet didn't wrestle on SmackDown this week. That's fine. But the Intercontinental title is getting a push, right? You set them up to have a match next week. Ricochet's wrestled every week since he's become champion.
But I feel like the IC title match is going to get overshadowed by Drew versus Sammy in a steel cage next week.
Can I tell you how dumb this is?
Go for it, my friend.
I know I said this is an AEW show, but I'm just going to say this, and this is all I'm going to say. This isn't going to be a 15-minute rant. I'm not going to go off the rails. I'm just going to say this is stupid. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn is stupid. Now, because they're in the UK next week, they've already taped SmackDown, so we already know what happens. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah, no.
I'm just going to tell you, this is dumb.
It is, because I've seen it too. But like I said, you just said really real quick, is they have to elevate the mid card titles a little bit, but how do you elevate the other one when the other one gets overshadowed by a bigger match?
Which is okay if it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if some caliber of match overshadows a title match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that to a certain degree because now it becomes special, right? For example, Dax and Cash are fighting each other in the Owen Hart qualifier for the qualifier match for the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament.
Yeah.
That match, in of itself, will overshadow anything else on paper. Right? If that match doesn't close out Dynamite, It's a missed opportunity. Now, let me rephrase that. If it doesn't open or close out Dynamite, because
Wait, which match again?
Dax versus Cash, FTR fighting each other.
That made me a little sad. Sorry.
No, I'm okay with, and they're okay with it too. They're excited for it.
I would have liked it to be in the further rounds, like both of them, make it to one of the next couple rounds and then do it, not just right off the bat. Not just right off the bat. It made it more suspenseful.
No, because I like this. I like them doing it right now because we're everybody's going to talk about it, and everybody's going to want to see it happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you do it to start it off, we're not going to have this conversation for the next 5 weeks. Oh, it's going to be Dax versus Cash in a few weeks. We all know it's coming. Shut up. Just shut up.
You sound perfect for a wrestling mark.
Good one. I'll give you that one. That might be your best one yet. Damian Hernandez, what's up? I think I'm getting called KO's long lost brother.
No, I thought you were Tum Tum.
I think you're definitely Tum Tum.
Yeah, give or take.
Butters plays goldfish at Granny's house. I like that. Frank says, maybe, just maybe, have Punk and Page have a draw with several false finishes in the lead to Double or Nothing. And I'm okay with that. Because he finishes his comment, then a Double or Nothing, have both guys put on a classic. I'm borderline okay with that. But if you put them against each other and we do the draw, and it's because you know what else that tells me? Here's what it tells me. Page can't beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He can't beat anybody in a one-on-one match.
It's got to be in a specialty match.
Right? He can hold people off. He can wear them out, but he doesn't have what it takes to get the job done.
No, he did with Kenny Omega.
Since becoming champion.
Okay.
Thank you.
That makes more sense.
Frank says, I'm also in favor of Hook versus Danhausen at Double or Nothing. That will be entertaining. Take your headphones off. This is going to be loud. Hook speaks! I've never, as a wrestling fan, I've longed and wanted for a lot in my time. And I have never, ever been so excited to hear somebody go, you wanted my attention? Now you got it. I've never heard a place pop for a sentence before.
Hey, come on. We know you were a happy giddy little schoolgirl when Hornswoggle finally spoke.
You know what? I don't remember. And I don't think I cared. I really don't think I did. No. Damien goes, wait. They win because all I saw was a title versus title match. Winner takes all at main, which should be it. Huh? Dave, you want to try again?
I think he's talking about. I swear, I think he's talking about the Mania Brock versus Roman. I don't know.
Try again. Damien goes, speaking of Owen Hart, what are y'all's thoughts on Brett re-signing with WWE and possibly not showing up at all for the tournament? I'm okay with it.
First off, I don't think they fully confirmed that he's re-signed with WWE. That's just pure speculation. But then
let's say he does. Let's speculate. I'm in the business of speculating.
But also at the same time, as much as I think he has his love for his brother, I think at the same time, his issues with Martha is kind of what's keeping him away from the finals of the Owen Hart tournament. There's
no shot Martha lets him smell that tournament.
That's what I'm saying. I think the issues with Martha is what's going to keep
him away.
No,
I agree with you. I'm just... And look. I will not speak bad about a woman that I've never met.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure what I'm about to say is going to catch me a lot of flack.
Mm-hmm.
But dear God, woman, move on. Let the man have his be enshrined in immortality.
Yep.
Right? I
Yep.
guarantee you, if tomorrow Martha came out and told the WWE they could induct Owen into the Hall of Fame, Vince would fly to Canada and have a special celebration for it.
Pretty much.
One, before she changes her mind, and two, because it's long overdue and we all know it.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Tony Khan and AEW had the wherewithal to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to think that Jericho played a huge role.
Somebody had to.
Because or Dustin. Actually, no, Dustin makes more sense.
Somebody closer to Owen.
Yeah. But, like, Dustin, Mark Henry's over there now, too.
Jim Ross, JR.
Oh, JR, yeah. Like, all these old WWE guys. Here's the one thing I don't want it to come out is that either Martha went to Tony and said, hey, let's do this and stick it to McMahon. Or two, that Tony Khan is doing this for essentially publicity, right?
I feel like he's doing this for the tribute to Owen Hart, as because Tony is a fan of wrestling. So, I mean, maybe he's the one that reached out, but at the same time, I'm up with you. I really hope it isn't something like you said with Martha saying she wants to stick it to WWE.
Here's the part that it's almost funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, the Owen Hart Cup Finals will take place on May 29th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when Owen passed? I think we lost Butters.
Day sans the year.
Nope. There. All right. You completely cut out. So give me. What'd you say?
I said what? That exact same date?
May 23rd.
And you said the finals are when?
May 29th.
Okay, so basically about a week.
Yep.
Wow. Dang.
Which I'm okay with that, but I'm not surprised by it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here's an interesting note, and I this might be actually the first time I've ever seen this. I'm on the Wikipedia page for Double or Nothing just because I wanted to look at the date, right? And it says AEW President and Chief Executive Officer Tony Khan revealed that he originally considered including the Owen Hart Cup at Revolution, but decided on Double or Nothing so that Martha Hart could be involved due to her schedule. Where is the irony?
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it being for the Owen Hart Foundation. I would really like to hear that part of the proceeds from Double or Nothing will go to the Owen Hart Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because this is a charity that provides university and college scholarships for children in need, as well as housing for low-income families.
Yeah.
It was started a year after Owen passed. That's what I need to stop talking about this because I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole, and I'm just gonna I'm going to say things that people are going to like, and we're going to move on. Because I take such issue with this sometimes. And I don't know why. I have no reason to. I have no real reason to take issue with it. But I tend to be a conspiracy theorist, and I tend to overthink a lot of things. Shock if you know me. And stuff like this just doesn't feel good.
There's just too much going on that doesn't add up with this.
I've never liked this situation.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though, but like say the women's side, some of the participants in it, great.
Well, I've got the thing here. So on the men's side, you had Max Caster get annihilated by Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle O'Reilly beat Jungle Boy. Adam Cole beat Ishii. Right? Yeah, Ishii.
Yeah, Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, and now you have Dax versus Cash. So far, so good.
Yep.
On the men's side, we had
the
women's side, you had the Bunny lose to Toni Storm.
Yay.
Sky Blue lost to Jamie Hayter.
Sad.
Sheeta beat Julia Hart, which is kind of ironically funny.
Why is that?
Hart got eliminated in the first round of a Hart Cup.
I didn't think she was actually a Hart, but okay.
She's not, but I'm playing on words.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Yep.
Red Velvet defeated Willow Nightingale. Ruby Soho defeated one half of the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Robin Renegade and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defeated Danielle Camilla? Yeah, see, I overthought that way too much.
Hey, I did like the twin magic going on with the Renegades against Ruby Soho.
Yeah, that's great.
But, yeah. I mean, to me, the women's side's looking up a lot better than the men's side.
Oh, 100%.
How much you want to bet that the finals is going to be Tony versus Britt?
Peas.
I mean, that's what it's looking like. Because unless they get somebody bigger on the women's side of the next two, women's matches, it's looking like Britt versus Tony.
Well, let's transition into another announcement from this week. And this is brought to us by our friends at Area Public Adjusting. If you have damage to your home or property, we may be able to help. Don't fight your homeowner's insurance alone. Contact Area Public Adjusting at 813-564-3364. They're licensed in 13 states, including Pennsylvania and Florida. Early on Dynamite, on that very same Dynamite that we've been talking about, Tony Khan comes out to the ring and he announces that AEW will join forces with New Japan Pro Wrestling for the AEW Forbidden Door event.
It's going to sound good, and it's probably going to be good.
I think it's going to be great, right? It's an AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. It's going to take place at the United Center in where? Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they've already started teasing matches for it. I don't have that list in front of me right now. But here, let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Hey, there it is right there. That'll work. So it doesn't look like anything's been finalized yet as far as card goes, because they're building for Double or Nothing, which is first. This doesn't take place until June. But we did get the tease on Wednesday night where is it? Come on, you wackadoo. When Jay White makes his entrance and we get Adam Cole, Jay White, they talk about how it's the Bullet Club versus Undisputed Elite. It's still our era, right?
Yep.
So I'm fully anticipating the Bullet Club versus Undisputed Elite main event for that show.
Why not?
Right.
Bring it on.
Frank thinks the final four is going to be Britt, Tony, Soho, Shida. I like that. And he goes, I'm looking forward to Forbidden Door. Wait, you said Chicago? Yes, Frank. Chicago. Chi-Town.
Shy.
I'm very excited for this, but it was really funny, and I don't know where I saw it. I don't know where I read it, but everybody's like, AEW finally did it, right? They're finally doing a joint event with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Guys, Vince has already done it. It's like the old saying, The Simpsons did it first. We've all seen an episode of True Family Guy. The Simpsons did it first.
That's the thing. You know, when AEW does something, people are like, oh my God, they did such and such. But they want to ignore the fact that WWE's already done it. Or maybe Impact's done it. Or somebody else has done it. Oh, but it's the new... No, somebody else has done it. But no.
And I don't want it to seem like we're sitting here and just bashing AEW. Because we're not. We're bashing the internet wrestling community.
Yes, we are.
Because you're all a bunch of idiots.
Bunch of whiny ass little titty babies.
Never mind. I reserve my right to comment.
Just, pop your head out of your mom's basement every once in a while and you might see what's actually going on.
Keyboard Warriors!
Come out and play!
What do you think of this Wardlow storyline? The Wardlow MJF.
It's great, but I mean, having Wardlow come out in handcuffs, like, really?
And it's not even like, all right, we're going to put him in handcuffs and shackles and we're going to, like, escort him down to the ring. Kind of like what they did with Kane.
Yeah. Like, again, that proves our point. Simpsons did it.
Right? Like, I think I'd be more okay with that. But what? You're just, like, there's not even a security guard, like, pushing him or anything like that. No,
Nope.
This is how it's going to go. It's like, bro, your shoulders, your arms are the size of my face. I promise you can rip those things.
Right? Like,
I probably found them at a dollar store. Like, come on.
Shit. They probably went to the flea market for that shit. They said, screw the dollar store.
Like, do you remember those packs that we used to get as kids that had the little fake guns and the little badge, and the little cuffs and the little hat? And that's what we're using here.
You just spray paint it metal-like, just...
Yeah! We all know it's plastic.
Oh, my God.
Here's another one. Where is it? Damien, did y'all hear that Tony Khan's thinking about moving All Out pay-per-view to the UK? I hope to God. I don't know if this is accurate because Damien likes to troll a little bit. I don't know if it's damn accurate, but we all know that the September WWE show is going to be in the UK. Do you know I will lose my mind? I will die of laughter if I find out that Tony Khan is doing next year's All Out in the UK.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. So far, I ain't seeing anything.
Frank Vespi says, I like the Wardlow storyline. I also had no idea he was older than I thought he was. Thanks for sharing that tidbit of information I didn't give a damn about, Frank. Who the hell cares how old you thought he was?
Who the hell cares how old anybody is, really? Like, to me, it shouldn't matter how old you are. As long as you're putting on good matches, you're fine by me. You could be 67 for all I care. And if you're putting on banger matches, then fuck it.
Did you just tell Ric Flair he could get back in the ring? You do understand that's what you just did, right?
Fuck it. If he's putting on banger matches, then fuck it. Did you see the Ric Flair video?
Yeah, I saw the Ric Flair video. Shut up.
Hell, Charlotte's reaction was priceless to me.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
But I mean, seriously though, I could care less about the age. As long as they're putting on good matches and they're not hurting anybody, age is just a number.
Yep, pretty much.
Just about like my weight. It's just a number.
Wow. Jesus. Wow. All right. I don't think I was ready for that.
No one's ready for the Butters.
What are you, Asuka now?
What?
No one is ready for Asuka. That was the dumbest part of that whole thing. That was so stupid. Hindsight's always 20/20. In the moment, great, love it. Wah! In hindsight, that was stupid.
Really was.
I don't know how. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. I can't wait for this one.
Please do. I can't wait to hear this.
You don't know where I'm going.
No, I don't. But I just it gets good every fucking time you say this shit.
I'm so scared because I literally just read it. I read it. The thought came to my head, and now I have to say it. Darby Allin and Coffin matches. Somebody please explain to me why we have to have Coffin matches. Why does it are we having Coffin matches because we can't say casket?
Yep. Because I think WWE's got that lockdown on the word casket match.
Are we doing coffins because they're easy to make?
I think so.
Why does this feel like a cheap Undertaker thing?
Have you not seen
and
Darby
then
Allin?
Somebody explain to me, for the love of God and all that's good and holy, why in the high holy hell do you have a coffin lined with thumbtacks?
Because fuck it, why not? This is AEW. We're gonna do our thing.
Absolutely not. No, that's not an acceptable answer. That, my friend, I'll give it to you for a lot. Okay, that's not an acceptable answer.
I mean,
It's just, and Frank says coffin drop. No, Frank, I get it. Coffin drop, coffin match. I get it. It's stupid. I get it, but it just. We want to talk about things that are stagnant and that are stale and that aren't really going anywhere. It's Darby Allin and these bullshit feuds.
I mean, they're kind of making him a la half Sting, half Undertaker.
But take that out of it. Take out what the character is becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been fighting. Him and Sting have been fighting the Andrade Family Office, the Hardy Family Office, whatever you want to call these people.
Mm-hmm.
For what feels like 6 or 7 months.
I guess it's just to keep him out of the title hunt for the time being.
But put him up against somebody else. And this goes back to
everyone else is busy. I mean, who are you going to put him up against?
This goes
Dustin?
back to my problem with AEW fans.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're just sitting there, oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great.
Do that again.
No. Because that actually hurt a little bit. but they're all happy-go-lucky.
Mm-hmm.
But if we turn around and the same thing was happening in the WWE, and the same 5 or 6 schmucks were wrestling each other week in and week out in different combinations and variances of matches, where it's one guy versus 4, because really, let's be honest, it's Darby Allin versus the rest of them, because Darby Allin's got about 30 years on the Hardy Boyz, and Darby Allin also has about 40 to 50 years on Sting.
So you mean like the matches between Corbin and Roman?
Yeah, sure.
Like that's about what I can compare it to, because
Or Corbin and Dolph Ziggler from years past.
Yeah, where they're having just months long feuds of the same fucking people over and over.
And I'm okay if it's this. And I'm okay if you do one section with this idiot, another section with this idiot, right? And you kind of go through, and he has to get to Andrade and fight off Andrade, and it's over. Fine. But dear God, you can do that in 2 months, 3 months. This feels like it's been going on for. This literally feels like this is all Sting and Andrade have been doing since fans were allowed back in the arena.
Or how about the Bayley Sasha breakup feud? How long it took them to break the fuck up?
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
But AEW is so much better. Even though they're doing the same shit, they're so much better. I like it because it's wrestling. Okay, so they're doing the same thing. Big whoop. Both shows, all wrestling shows do it. Period.
And let me back up for a second. Let me back up for just a second. The actual physical matches are very good and they're very entertaining. I cannot deny that. I'm not upset at that at all.
It's the community.
It's not even the community necessarily. It's everything else. The promos, the vignettes, the antics, all of it. You've exhausted me on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not special anymore. It needs to be special. And until you find a way to make it special, here's a better question. And correct me if I'm wrong. And Frank, you're probably a better expert in this area than I am.
I mean, look at Frank's comment.
Yeah, I think the whole AFO needs to break up. It's a hot mess. It absolutely is. Has Darby Allin, other than that, I can think of one time he fought for the TNT title. Very, very, very early on. Has Darby Allin ever smelled a title shot?
I mean, he's held the TNT title for a little bit, but other than that.
Okay, so he did hold it. I'm not dreaming that. He did hold it.
He did hold it, but he hasn't smelled a title shot or a title since then. Not even a tag team title shot with Sting. Like, he just has not sniffed a title since his TNT title reign.
Stop. I'll give you a lot. I'll let you say a lot on this program. And I love Sting. I'm a huge Sting fan. But if those two ever get anywhere near the tag team gold, I might stop watching wrestling.
No, I'm just saying they haven't, like you said, they haven't seen a title, period. Like,
and that part's fine. Right?
I
forgot he held the TNT title.
Yeah, but he hasn't held a title since then.
He doesn't need to hold the title all the time, right? I think that he needs, I won't say get away from Sting, but this is actually going to be a funny line when I actually say it. Get away from fighting factions.
Mm-hmm.
Quit trying to take down a system or the man, or go fight somebody where it's gonna matter.
Has he even fought Punk? Because I thought they were teasing that at one point.
I thought they did.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, they did, because I think that was one of Punk's
That was
first
his.
feuds.
Yeah, that was his first feud. His very first.
Never
feud.
mind. But I mean, there's other people. What? Maybe Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan.
And obviously, you gotta make it make sense, right? We all know that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could almost make sense right now with the whole club they got going on right now with Mox and Bryan. You can kind of just do something with him and Sting for a hot second.
The Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, with Yuta Wheeler.
I love that. That might I always bitch and complain about how AEW is like the NFL. I'll take that faction because all you know what they're doing. All they're doing.
That's where he's getting his ideas from, because Daddy's the owner of the NFL.
I guarantee you he is. But here's what I love about the Blackpool Combat Club. There is one thing I love about it. That bell hadn't even rung yet, and they are fucking people up.
Yep.
They are throwing hands. And they're not coming out together. Moxley's still coming through the crowd. Like, they're all coming their own different ways. They just kind of look at each other and go, all right, and they start throwing hands.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat that.
No.
You really can't, and I love it. I it's one of the few things I love. But do you have anything else AEW? Oh, no, I do have something AEW. Since Bloody When?
Uh-oh.
I'm okay with Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti being heels. I'm okay with that. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm okay with that. But can somebody please explain to me why they're trying to play Dan Lambert off as a good guy? This guy's almost got a more punchable face than Don Callis. And we all know how much I can't stand Don Callis.
Because the crowd turned on Sammy and are starting to like Dan Lambert's, I guess, promos against Sammy and Ty.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if this doesn't go over well. Do we like Dan Lambert or do we like Paige Van Zandt?
This is very true.
What are we really cheering for?
I mean, but his comment this past week or the week before was pretty good.
Which one?
The one about beating him harder than giving him beating so hard his girlfriend would, love it or something.
Yeah. Lambert says now isn't the time. Lambert says youth is wasted on the young. Sammy is a perfect example of that. Lambert calls Sammy a high school douchebag. I love the word douchebag. It's such a good just insult. You give Sky his rematch, or these two men will give you the pounding your girlfriends dream about. Damn.
Yep. Yeah, that's the comment.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
That was like that one moment that everybody's like we're starting to like Dan Lambert.
So do you have anything else though?
AEW wise?
AEW wise.
Probably not.
Alright. So our WWE recap is brought to you by our friends at Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with code AGD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. That's HUD Radio in the promo code section for 20% off and free shipping. And they bring us our WWE section of the show this evening. We're going to talk about Austin Theory winning the WWE US title. I'm okay with that.
I am too.
I totally don't have the Raw results in front of me. I opened the wrong line because I'm an idiot.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. There we go. I just clicked on the one where it had him winning.
I got him up right now.
Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes had their spat. This is all leading up to WrestleMania. Like, WrestleMania Backlash build is in full swing, right?
Yes.
We're going to do our preview for it next week. I don't know. I'm going to say this right now. I don't know when we're going to be on next week. I've got a buddy flying in. No, next week we'll be on the same time. It's the week after. I'm sorry. It's the actual week of WrestleMania Backlash. So that preview show, I don't know what time that show will be on the 7th. I have no earthly idea. I don't know if we're going to do something in the morning. I don't know if we're going to do our normal time slot. I truly don't know. I'll get back to you on that. Okay? The Seth and Cody thing, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm okay with that. We'll just kind of let that ride out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley do not capture the tag titles, and Rhea turns on Liv. Who else saw it coming?
Fucking everybody. They knew the match was gonna. But the thing is, it's crazy because Rhea's blaming Liv when Rhea's the one that took the pin.
Yep. Nobody said anybody was smart.
Right? So, I mean, it's like, why? Your partner got her ass handed to her, thrown outside the ring, tried to come in and help you, but you're the one that failed to, not get your ass whooped and get pinned.
No, you just couldn't get the job done either.
Yeah. But you want to blame it on your partner who's been putting in the work recently.
Yep. People are stupid. Sonya Deville is going to challenge Bianca Belair next week for the title.
In Bianca's hometown, so Bianca's winning it regardless.
It better.
Well, when I hear hometown, I'm like, oh, so they're going to lose, but oh, wait, Bianca's a champion, so never mind. I bet you anything what's good. I bet you anything what's going to happen is it's going to set up Bianca wins. Becky comes back to set up a match at Backlash.
Yeah. I like that Cody and Seth open and close the show.
Yep.
I really hate the double wedding thing they have going on.
That was pretty funny.
It's stupid.
KO versus Cody.
I like, this goes back. Like, I'm glancing over all of this, and other than the Cody Rhodes stuff and Austin winning the title, Ross sucked.
Yep.
Like, it was just bad.
It's like they decided they felt like they just needed to take a week off.
Which is fine. You want to take the week off? More power to you. It's going to happen.
Take the week off and set up for Backlash.
I mean, at that point, then I got nothing else.
I mean, they need to pick it up next week for Backlash. They, what do we have? NXT's got new tag champions and Pretty Deadly.
They look like tools.
They look like tools when they're in the UK. They're gonna. It's their gimmick. It's like a more updated. To me, it feels like an updated version of Billy and Chuck, just without the,
just straight morons. I like where this Joe Gacy, Ron Breakker thing's going.
Yep.
It's really showing a different side of Braun, and it's elevation for Gacy.
What do you think of Natty getting into the NXT storylines?
It's different, and I like it. Right. It'll help put Cora Jade over because we know ultimately Cora's going to beat Natty.
Yeah.
Right.
That you got that veteran talent to help out these.
Yeah, and everybody needs it a little bit. It's good to send some of these main roster guys down there and let them kind of work.
And really and truly,
talent.
I feel like Natty's one of those good ones to send over as a veteran to help these
Absolutely.
girls out.
Absolutely. I mean, man, I really don't have anything else WWE related.
I don't either. Let me double check. Because I like to screenshot shit during the week, and don't think I did, though. I think most of my stuff was non-WWE related. That's that BS. Nope, I have got nothing WWE related.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything that like stood out to me and made me
At least
say,
not
"Hey."
this week. Yeah.
No, and that's okay, right? It's totally okay when you do a live show 52 weeks out of the year. Well, technically, several live shows 52 weeks out of the year. You're gonna have a couple weeks where there's just none of this mattered.
Right, because you're doing 3 to 4 shows a week, if not more.
Yeah, and tonight they had Saturday night's main event.
That's right.
That they did. So, I mean, you did 5 damn live shows this week. Okay. More power to you.
Yep.
And I don't really have anything AEW related. Run-in. All right, so our run-in, did I just close all of that like a moron? No, I didn't. It's still here. Good. Run-in is brought to you by our friends at Alan Foy of eXp Realty. Check him out at alan.foy at exprealty.com or give him a call at 302-682-8820. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career brokerage, contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty today. So the Batman is now on HBO Max for streaming. Have you watched it yet?
No.
Bro. Do you have HBO Max?
I don't have HBO Max, no. I've got like just about everything else but HBO Max. Trust me, I got coworkers that are trying to, talk me into getting HBO Max.
Get HBO Max. Here's why. Aside from the fact that you can watch the Batman now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It has every DC show known to man. That in of itself is worth it. It has all the cartoons from we were kids. Every DC movie. It's worth it, my dude. I'm about to watch Young Justice. It has all of Young Justice on there.
You're starting to sway me.
Young Justice just introduced the Phantom Zone.
Okay.
I was watching Batman the Animated Series the other day from start to finish. Just because I could. Justice League is on there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to read Batman Beyond?
I had to look into it.
Thank you.
I had to look into it.
Thank you. So, super excited to sit down and watch that again. May the 4th is coming up.
What?
And I've done it in years past, and I don't know if I'm going to get to do it this year. But this year's going to be special because my buddy's going to be in town on May 4th. And I actually have the day off, which hasn't happened in a long time either. And we had our Star Wars show back in July, right, where we had Chucks and Pete on, and I think Jake was there too. Oh, man.
Bless you. I want to look and see what my work schedule looks like for that week. I may have that day off.
Star Wars has been very prevalent in my day today. One of the guys was watching the Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul fight from episode 1 earlier.
Greatest fight ever.
No, stop. The Ahsoka Darth Maul fight from Clone Wars was better. They did it in stop motion. Are you kidding me? All right, here you go. Damien's got a good one. Batman or No Way Home? So you haven't seen Batman yet. Have you seen No Way Home?
I've seen clips off of YouTube.
Oh my God.
I work. What do you want?
So do I, bro, homie. I work. I do this show. I stream on A2D's Twitch. I do karaoke. I go out. I have a social life. I'm a youth group advisor. I do a ton of behind-the-scenes work for A2D and my temple. And I still found time to go watch both movies.
Yeah, I got you.
Get a better excuse. So, but back to Damien's comment. I'm a huge Batman fan. That has been established here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I take them at just what they are, just the movies, okay, I think Batman might edge out No Way Home just a little bit.
Just a wee bit?
Just a wee bit. But they're also very, very vastly different movies. Mm-hmm. The legitimate only thing they have in common is the fact that they're superhero movies. In my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have my issues with No Way Home. And I've got my issues with The Batman. Many issues with both.
But we always get issues with all the movies.
Exactly, right? So it's one of those things to where... Yep.
What's a Fire Stick?
An Amazon Fire Stick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. God bless America. You hurt my soul, my friend. You really do. You're an idiot.
Always. Hundo.
All right. I think we're just going to wrap it here.
Yeah!
I think this is a good place to stop before we just drag it out for no reason. I do want to put this out there. We haven't talked about it on the air. Over on our Twitch channel, A2D's Twitch channel, we are having an A2D MLB ticket giveaway. Okay? So, you've got 4 more days. It's going to run until the 27th of April. If you're a subscriber over on A2D's Twitch, I play Fortnite. Ralph plays, right now he's playing NHL. I think over there is the game he's been playing the last couple of weeks. He's played WWE. He's done a whole bunch of different things. Once the Overwatch 2 beta drops, I'll play some Overwatch over there. And so, yeah, as long as you're subscribed to us by the 27th, we're going to put all the names into a raffle. The winner of that raffle will get 2 tickets to a future MLB game of their,
oh baby,
closest to their house. You know, Don Don's a subscriber. Don hangs out with me every time over there. He goes, I better win that giveaway or something bad's going to happen. But check us out. We're A2D Radio over on Twitch. We're over there streaming. Ted wants to know, did you watch the Batman in theaters or on HBO Max? I watched it on in theaters. I was actually really disappointed with the theater I went to. I was lied to. Not lied to. I was misinformed. I thought I was getting a different experience than what I actually got. Yeah, I wasn't too happy.
I wouldn't be either.
No, that is it for us tonight, guys. We'll have some new stuff to talk about next week. Some new things to bring up and everything like that. Our show is brought to you by Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's our doc. Make him yours at Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. BetUS is leading online sports book. They've been in the market for over 25 years. You've been on anything, anywhere in the U.S. Use the link for 125% sign-up bonus. Area Public Adjusting. Contact them at 813-564-3364. All campus. They're the home of A2D Ramp Booth. They've got some cool things in store for you guys this week with the draft. So you get 20% off everything, including hat, shirts, and team cornhole sets. to all subscribers. Alan Foy of eXp Realty, 302-682-8820, or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. And Manscaped. Get 20% off, free shipping. Promo code AGD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence. Always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. It is Testicular Cancer Month. They are running a We Save Balls promo. So they're, hey man, I read what they send us.
Sorry,
I read what they send us, right? Portion of the proceeds will go to help fight testicular cancer. So go get you some stuff from them, everything like that. NFL draft is coming up this week, guys. A lot is going to happen here at HED Radio. So much is in the works. I can't wait for you guys to see what we've got planned. We will talk to you guys very, very soon. Until next week, tell someone you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We out.